Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show, and I just thought I'd give you an update on my mixer. I got it working. I only had cables for my microphone and one other audio input. So I ordered some adapters, because I do have the cables, but I don't have the right cables. So I had ordered some adapters today, probably get them at the end of the week, and then we can have a setup where I can test two radios, compare two radios or whatever, and use the mixer to fade in and out. I had a problem when I was working on it this morning, in that all of a sudden this morning I had a hum in the microphone. Now, I may have had that before in my previous shows and just didn't notice it. And I played around with all kinds of things for a good half hour, and I could not get rid of that hum. I moved the microphone to different inputs, still had the hum. I changed the equalizer to take all that I could of the lows out. The hum went down, but it was still there, and it was definitely in the microphone input. Well, when I was moving things around on the desk, I got a flicker on the mixer, on the lights on the mixer. And I'm like, now what's that all about? Well, I leaned over to check that the power was plugged in, the AC power plug was plugged in, and it has a pretty good size AC to DC converter with a cable coming out of that plugs in the back of the mixer. Well, the problem was that cable that's providing power to the mixer was loose. It wasn't all the way plugged in. So I moved the mixer around so I could get to the back of it, and I had to push really hard, and all of a sudden it snapped in place. The AC hum went away. Thank goodness, because I had tried everything else before that, could not figure out what was wrong. So I've moved the mixer over there so that it's away from my desk. My desktop or my bench is now clear. The next problem I have to solve is one it cropped up, and you can see it. I got shadows now because my lights that are over on this side of the room are either not working, depending on which light I use, or they're causing a glare. Watch when I turn one of them on. This one. Whoa, see that big glare right there? And that is two fluorescent tubes up in that direction and about over this section of the pad. I didn't realize this pad was so glossy. It's really not that glossy, but it's glossy. So I gotta fix the lighting. I did have a spotlight, one of these emergency high-powered spotlights. That's it's actually not well, it's kind of for emergency, but it's for indoor use because it plugs into AC. I had one of those pointing up to the ceiling, and that gave me enough reflection that it gave me enough light on this side. I got plenty of light behind me, and I could turn this light off and get rid of that big reflection there. But lo and behold, the other day it didn't come on. The darn tube is burnt out. I used that thing 10 hours, and now the tube's already burnt out. So I gotta find another tube for that. It's one of these long, narrow little glass tubes. Probably costs more than the whole light does. So that's where I'm at. So now I gotta fix the lighting, because the shadows here are really bad, and I've got one more light that I can use if I can figure out some way of mounting it up that way, where the fluorescent lights are, but not pointed down on this pad, pointed to the ceiling. So that's kind of where I'm at. Thank goodness I got the mixer finally working, and hopefully those additional adapters that I got on order will be the right thing this time, and we can move on to better things such as comparing radios. And I've got my MFJ vertical antenna back up, so other than the lighting, I'm good. So have a great day. If you enjoyed this show, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks for your support, and have a happy new year. Bye-bye.